did say in the last video that I would end up back on the floor fairly recently, despite saying what my new setup was going to be. Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about the wonderful Camp Nano hangover and how I haven't really been feeling much of one. So this is kind of just like a wrap-up aftermath to Camp Nano video, so if that's not really your deal or if you've had enough of hearing people talk about Camp Nano, then feel free to skip this one. It's just going to be another one of those ranty doos where I probably go on multiple tangents, but I'm just giving you fair warning in advance. So yeah, considering how much I struggled this Camp Nano because I'm still adjusting to a new routine, if there is much of a routine, and trying to find time to write as well as juggle everything else, and the way that everything last month just seemed to be working against me, and that there were so many different things popping up where it's like my partner going away for that charity trip, for like the carpets being completely replaced so we had to have all of the furniture moved around, going to my grand's funeral, having to deal with my dad's side of the family, having to deal with the washing machine breaking. Everything was just so chaotic, and I really didn't expect to hit my 30,000 words, but I did. I hit the target just about. I got a little bit over, which, yes, give me some bout of confidence for real Camp, not real Camp Nano, because that is a real Camp Nano, real NaNoWriMo in November. Good lord, my brain today, I can't even say my brain today, because let's be honest, my brain has not been okay for a very, very long time, and we're all just dealing with it. Yeah, I did hit my target, but there was a lot going on last month, which probably didn't help. Didn't help with my stress levels, and my anxiety was through the roof, and it was just all very chaotic, but a very enlightening experience. So with all of that going on, I really thought that I was going to be hitting the writing hangover hard, where I thought that, what is this? What is this little thing doing? I really thought that it was going to be a case of, as soon as Nano was finished, writing hangover, I wasn't even going to want to look at a screen or a book or a page or anything. I didn't want to do any writing. I wasn't going to want to do anything and just scrap everything and pretend it never happened. However, that hasn't happened yet, and I'm saying yet because this has happened in the past as well, where I've been fully fine and okay for maybe a good month or maybe 2 months after a Nano event has ended, and I've been like, hey, I'm doing great, I'm going to carry on with all of this, and then just completely hit a wall, burnt out, and it's taken me months to get back into writing, and I'm trying to avoid that while also being grateful that I haven't hit the hangover yet, if that makes sense. I'm embracing the passion that I still have while also trying not to get completely overrun. I did brush my hair today. I know it doesn't look like it, but yeah, it's been a week since Camp Nano has ended, and I have taken a step back from the actual writing process, and by that I mean I haven't actually written anything of the actual project. Where I've completed a few chapters of the 2 that I was working on and did some editing of the first branded book, I haven't actually touched any of that in this week. Instead, what I've been focusing on is still writing, but changing my focus slightly to try and be more organised for the following months, so that I can continue with writing when I'm, when I have all of this sorted. So I've tried to take this remaining flicker of, hey, I can still do this, and turn it into something that's going to help me in the long run. So by that I mean I have put this energy into stocking up on reviews for my website. I have been stocking up on videos for YouTube, trying to get editing and everything. I'm just trying to bulk it all up so that I have plenty as a backup ready to go, so that then when I calm down I can just put all of my focus into writing and not have to worry about, oh god, it's Saturday and I haven't got a video done and I have baby now, and it's actually Saturday today, so I did do that this morning. So, I've planned in advance, just not for right now. Does anybody else have that issue where they plan so far in advance that I'm going to do this by this time, I'm going to stock up so I'm not going to be able to worry about this at this time, and then you just forget about what's happening right now and how that affects you. It could be just a me thing, I do not know. But yeah, so all this week I've been non-stop writing reviews. I've been planning scripts for videos with the intention of, as soon as I get someone to watch the baby for a day, I'm just going to power through filming and get as much editing done as possible. And I've actually written down more plans for my stories, so I've reworked a few things. There are a few things when I was doing Camp Nano where I was like, this doesn't work, this character's motives aren't working, this isn't going to make sense for later in the story. And I knew, but I kept on writing anyway because I just needed to get words down. But now I know exactly where this character's going, and I'm really looking forward to it and how it ties in with the branded series. Likewise, the Project Ink series that I'm working on, that has really sort of come into its own, and I'm really looking forward to writing more of that. It is a cluster truck in here at the moment, but I've actually managed to write down a load of planning and a timeline, and I've never written like a proper timeline of things before, but I did for the Branded and Sia series, and now I'm slowly starting to work on one for the Project Ink as well, and I know everything is just starting to feel a little bit quieter in my head now that I've got things on paper. Also rediscovered that I tend to plan things better on paper, like with a pen and paper, than I do typing. I don't know why that is. Yeah, I really don't know why that is. That's just a me thing apparently, but I think I knew that about myself, but I always just seemed to put everything on the computer because it was convenient, and then I was getting frustrated when my planning was having to change around so much. But yeah, now it's on paper and I can look at paper screen, and things just seem a bit more clearer to me. So I'm running with that at the moment. I'm writing down my plans, I'm writing down to-do lists, I'm slowly ticking things off, and I am aware that the writing hangover may be coming soon, but I'm trying to get a head start on it by not writing, but then also writing just something else to divert my attention, if that makes any sense whatsoever. I'm using my creativity to make sure that my future creativity is not stumped, if that makes sense. It probably doesn't, but it makes sense in my head for now. For now. It probably won't make sense in a couple days' time, because that's the way my brain works. I'm like, yeah, I've got a plan, let's do this, and then a few days later going, why the hell did I start this? So yeah, not really much to report on a hangover, and I don't know if there will be one, but at the same time, I know there will probably be one. Have you guys hit a writing hangover at all this month? I don't know how other people cope with it. I'm sure I've done videos before on how to handle writing hangovers, but they're mostly from my perspective, so I don't actually know if it helps anybody, and I don't actually know if anybody else does anything different. Do you have any hints and tips for coping with writing hangovers? Once again, we seem to have gone on a bit of a tangent, and I've just noticed a massive spider on my wall. I'm gonna have to deal with that. So yeah, the week after Nano, no hangover as of yet, but I sense that there is one on the horizon. I have been stocking up on reviews and videos to make sure that I don't get interrupted in my creative flow if I have a creative flow later on. And I am just trying to be more organised and put things down on paper more so that I'm a visual person apparently. But yeah, it's been a bit of a weird one. It has been a very bizarre experience, and I think because my baby's going to be older in November and I'm going to have a better idea of what her routine is and what my routine is and how things are going to go, and I'm still not back in work off maternity leave until January, I think I'm going to be ambitious for NaNoWriMo and say 60,000 words instead of 50. It's not my usual like 80,000 or 75,000 or whatever that I've done in the past, but it is still a push for me. Considering how much I struggled last month, it is still a push, and I think I can do it. It's just going to be... it's going to be interesting. I'm going to be optimistic and say it's going to be interesting, and we'll just leave it at that. But yeah, it's been a weird experience, but an okay experience, and I'm happy. I don't sound happy, but I am happy. I'm just very... I'm not very good at putting things into words when I'm speaking, but then I type how I speak, which makes editing fun. Why am I a writer again? Because I want to be, and I enjoy it, even if it is stressful as all hell. That's why. I'm going to end this video before I go on even more of a tangent. I just wanted to give you guys a bit of an update on how I'm coping after the stressful July that I had. Yeah, how are you guys doing? Have you hit a hangover? Are you still on a bit of a roll? Are you trying to do what I do and beat the hangover before it arrives by focusing on something else? Or are you just taking a complete break in general, intentional or otherwise? Let me know. I'm very curious about this subject. So yes, until then, I will see you all in the next video. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying safe. Goodbye, my scribblers.